Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to the Thaumaturge. And in the last episode, guys, our sister invited us to a lecture she was having at an institution known as the Flying University, a basically traveling institution that tries to ensure that women in this area have a good education and become part of the cultural elite as the years go by, which is awesome. We grabbed donuts and listened to Lygia's speech, which she did a great job during her lecture. And now it's time to meet some of the students. So the first thing we should do is put the donuts on the table.
I also write term papers for the principal school students. Would you like some work? Excuse me, and you are...
Wiktor Szulski.
The donut man.
You are Lygia's brother?
It's great that you came to your sister's lecture.
Not all of us have that kind of support.
What do you mean?
My brother. He thinks an educated woman is a disgrace to her family. If he knew I studied, he'd beat me until I was bleeding.
We all take some risk. Well, maybe everyone except Polina.
What do you mean?
She's Russian, and I'm sure she'll bring the police down on us. I don't know why Dickstein trusts her.
Don't waste your breath. Better have an eclair.
It's kind of crazy how much things have changed in the last 120 years. Bring donuts to the lecture at the antiquarian bookshop. 130 years. Okay, we'll talk to Sis. We've got Cecilia to talk to. Is there anyone else that we can have a chat with? Samuel Dickstein. Okay, so these are all the students. No one in the tub? What kind of college is this? Okay. Well, let's just move our way up here. And we're actually locked in, so we gotta see whatever's gonna happen here through. Oh, I hope the golem doesn't attack.
I was instructed to become acquainted with your lot. Wiktor Szulski, nice to meet you.
I don't know if talking to me is the best choice. Polina Nikolaevna Gavrilov.
Why did you decide to go to the university?
I don't want to waste my intellect on throwing parties and picking the perfect hat.
And what do you want?
To study law at the Sorbonne. You think it's funny?
No, it's just that my mother wanted me to study law in Paris. But I preferred to travel.
My mother keeps trying to talk me into traveling. Apparently, that's the way to find a husband.
Seems you're not very popular among your colleagues.
What did I tell you? That I cast spells to make their pants leak and their ties run?
Why don't they like you?
Because I'm Russian, and every Ruski is an enemy, right?
My mother is Russian, so my perspective is different.
I understand the political situation. I was born in Warsaw. I love this city.
Yay, I like that vibe.
I'll be off now.
Yeah, she doesn't seem bad at all. What about you, sir?
Can I help you?
Tell me about Lygia's studies.
Your sister has an extraordinary mind. She's one of our most gifted graduates, and I hope she will join our teaching staff after this lecture. Her arguments are bold and accurate, untainted by social restraints. Oh, and her charisma.
Indeed, you are impressed.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
Brother.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Probably gotta keep that information and those attractions to himself. Okay.
What is it? Do you need help?
How did you happen to start studying?
I was helping Dad with business and I was doing fine, so he encouraged me to apply.
It's the least he could do for you. So you're on first name terms with Samuel, huh? How did that happen?
Everyone's on first name terms with everyone else here.
Somehow, I haven't noticed him giving any other student that much attention.
Watch it. You're going to get it.
I'll be off now.
He said something about cream cake. Alright, well. There was no one else. She seemed to be very interested in talking with us.
You wanted to talk to me?
I've got a whole bunch of questions, and I really hope you can answer them.
Check your enthusiasm, please. You and your dress take all of our oxygen.
Lucrezia, only feeble men are afraid to be inquisitive, and the Thaumaturge cannot be feeble. The power you possess meddles with the very fabric of reality and the most subtle aspect of human psyche. It is...
Overrated at the best and made up at worst.
Ooh.
I share your admiration for Thaumaturge.
Too bad people are too ignorant to appreciate it. Hopefully, that will change.
The bookseller went mad. Help!
What?
Is that your doing?
Now you believe in Thaumaturge?
Mr. Shulsky, please don't mind her. Let's go, they might need you.
This is tragic. I need to yell about it. Thieves!
What?
This is an outrage.
Calm.
Do not tell me what to do. It is definitely the time to be nervous.
I'm just saying we can look together. It might be a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? It's a theft. You! I bet you did it.
What happened?
The first edition of A Nation Tale is gone. My beloved game exposed to sunshine. Master, crazy fingers.
Well, hold on there, Balkan.
Oh, what a horrible tragedy.
You can't treat me like that. Nobody leaves this place. Either I get my book back or I'm calling the police.
Oh no.
What do you mean? I can't stay here any longer.
Antoni, do not threaten my students.
They are not students. They're animals.
Mr. Shulsky can find your book.
Sure. Why not?
Yes, I can do that.
Really? And then can you bring eternal misery upon the thief?
Ooh, this man likes his books.
No, but I can find what you've lost, and I guess that's what you want.
Let's call it the minimum plan.
That's enough, Antoni. Mr. Shulsky, we'd all be obliged.
So, we are under lockdown. Case of theft. The most valuable of the antiquarian's volumes has disappeared. The owner has closed off the premises and has threatened to call the police, basically exposing the university, unless his lost property is quickly found. Alright, clues. Broken cup. The china was dropped by careless hands, splashing tea across the floor. Pieces of china tremble like a heart gripped by fear. You can hear the quiet trepidation about the torn pages, the stained cover, and the cracked spine of this small miracle that parvenists simply call a book. A miracle that has been stolen and may never be recovered. Ever. Empty display case. The display case door is open and the lock is intact. The thief's feelings are reflected in the clear glass on the display case, like the carelessness of a clown and the excitement of a rope dancer before his first step into the void. Feelings sparkle with lightheartedness and a conscience as clean as freshly laundered linens. After all, everything is just an innocent prank. They should know about that. Okay, can we question people?
Can I help you?
Do you have any suspicions regarding the stolen volume?
I don't believe any of the students could do it. It must be a misunderstanding. I hope you managed to get to the bottom of it.
Unless you did it. Dun dun dun.
Thank you. Goodbye.
We'll just accuse everyone. Phoenix Wright style.
Yes.
Who do you think is behind stealing that book?
I can't believe that it might be one of us. After all, we all love books.
That sounds like the perfect motive.
A motive for you, perhaps?
Indeed. If I were to steal, I would rob antiquarian bookshops. But it wasn't me.
I like that honesty. Probably wasn't her. She's the red herring. Okay. So... that probably explains why this is locked up. What's going on in here? I see lights. Lockpick in a flower pot. The lockpick's in good condition. Whoever used it knew how to handle it. The lockpick is covered with blots of feverish thoughts, sloppy as a child's handwriting. There was no time. Someone could see, point the finger, catch him in the act, catch the thief. The flower pot was close and seemed a reasonable solution. Almost. He, huh? So that would point to either, from who we've been seeing, it could be the bookseller himself, maybe trying to get a little bit of money or something from the university, a little bit of clout, or it could be Dickinson.
What's up, Sherlock? Mystery solved?
You're as happy as a child on Christmas Day.
I like to watch you do something with passion.
Aw.
Who do you think could have taken the book?
I have no idea, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
You're way too enthusiastic. How many sweets have you had?
Don't even ask.
Yeah, they're all locked in here with a bunch of donuts and coffee. So, trying to solve a mystery. I know some folks that would be a perfect morning. An escape room or a mystery with some donuts and coffee. Come on now.
You don't understand. I want to leave.
And I want my volume to be in my display case. Maybe you're the one who has it.
Dun dun dun.
I'm not a thief, and I don't have to explain myself.
Why do you want to leave right now?
I told my parents I was going to church. If I'm not back on time, they'll start to look for me, and I'll be in trouble. Please help me.
You can help by searching this young lady.
Beg your
I
pardon?
know subtler ways. Could you give me a personal item, please? No, she's not the one who stole the book. The trace doesn't match.
How do you know?
Student didn't steal the volume. The trace on her powder box is velvety and taste of iron, as if an unbreakable character was hidden beneath the delicate beauty, completely incompatible with the one imprinted on the lockpick.
You must trust my expertise.
I see. I can't open the door, but I can help you with your parents. I know what it's like when your loved ones don't understand your passion for books.
I see. Thank you for your help.
Mr. Szulski, there are guest coats in the wardrobe. I will let you in there if it helps you to catch that degenerate.
That might be helpful.
Indeed.
Then follow me, please.
I am following. Thank you, sir. Elegant woman's coat. It's not the kind of coat you wear every day. An elegant coat boasts above others like a flower among the weeds. It radiates red pride, spreads the scent of splendor, and tempts with its taste of sweetness. Only a small thread at the collar trembles with uncertainty. Will the effort be noticed by the one for whom it was made? Men's coat. It is dowdy and worn. The coat's pocket is full of worries, pushed away, out of thought's reach. They're gray and dull, like the lockpick found in the flower pot. They whisper of the punishment that will befall the son for taking his father's locksmithing tools, about the consequences of a prank that will turn into trouble. large woman's coat. Woman's coat, large. Probably belongs to Lucretia. Fibers of the coat spin and weave into an intricate embroidery of sorrow and bitterness. The accusation of an affair weighs down the fabric and creates deep wrinkles on its surface. The explanation disappears like a soap bubble. She cannot confess. The university must remain a secret. Alright, well.
And? Have you found anything?
Maybe, although I still need some information.
Well, what are you waiting for? Fire away!
The large coat belongs to Miss Lucrezia, I presume. The one with the satin lining?
Yeah, no doubt. But I don't know why you're wasting your time on these.
'Cause I like lore.
That fancy coat with golden embroidery looks...
A little out of place? I don't know who it belongs to, but that person apparently mistook a lecture for an audience with the Tsar. Will you try to find the thief, or are we going to keep chatting about fashion?
Yes and yes.
I found a men's coat in the wardrobe, one with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. Do you remember who it belongs to?
With a worn-out collar and elbow patches? That's Valdemar's coat.
You have good memory.
Which you are using in a ridiculous way. Why
Man.
don't you look for the degenerate?
You're fun at parties.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
I will wait for the results, then.
Antiquarian is convinced that the worn coat belongs to Valdemar. It's time to expose the thief. It was Valdemar who stole the volume. He had no trouble opening the display case, being the son of a locksmith. He knows his way around locks. However, it seems his intentions weren't entirely bad. He thought the theft would be an innocent prank, but ended up causing quite a commotion. Interesting. Is there anything else that we need to... Oh, okay. We hadn't talked to him, did we?
A grey coat with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Why do you ask?
I think it belongs to the thief.
What? No, I don't wear a coat.
It's September.
I like the cold, and that is not a crime. Leave me alone.
Uh-huh. What's the... Oh, that leads us into the bedroom. What is here?
Here, I found your book.
Valdemar hid...
And what's this?
Nope. Okay, the hiding spot leaves much to be desired. The volume is covered by a thin layer of gloomy thoughts that bind its covers like a gray hoarfrost. It's the thief's trace, identical to the one on the coat and the lockpicks, and there is no doubt Valdemar is the thief. Read the letter.
I hope you will find my little plot amusing. The city must recognize the power of Thaumaturge. Enjoy your show. You have earned it. Cecilia. I should return the volume. The bookseller will finally calm down. And then I will have a talk with the author of this letter.
Was that lady wanting us to get into a situation where we'd have to use our powers? A thought wanders across the note, playful as a young woman on a summer's eve. She considers all the scenarios, makes plans, and selects tools, all to make the right impression on him. I found the volume. A letter fell out from it, written by Cecilia. The intrigue was planned, and I don't like to be a tool at other people's games. I should talk to her. Yes, indeed. Oh, is everyone... Where's she at? Oh, well, the gang's all here. Alrighty.
Can I help you?
Thank you.
Never mind. Goodbye. Just need to get out of the way. There we go.
Here is your volume.
You came back to me, safe and sound. Praise the Lord.
I hope it was all just a mistake.
No, it was planned.
That was obvious. How did you find the book?
The book was in the bedroom, under the bed.
What a captivating display of power. Shame there wasn't a missing Sogder too. Now that would be a discovery.
So bitter.
Don't be sarcastic. It's the potential that matters.
What matters is who is responsible for that mess. Please, don't keep us in suspense.
I found the lockpicks that the thief used to open the display case. They were marked with this trace.
And that is how you determined his identity? What an exceptional display of thaumaturgy.
As impressive as conjuring up ghosts at a seance.
We've seen that already.
I would like to see you say that to Madame Samir.
Yeah.
Of course you know each other. You both prey on people's gullibility.
Say what you've learned about... Keep a secret. Ooh, what would Wiktor do in this situation? There's so much sass.
Consider this a thaumaturgical display. Before you left the house, you had an argument with your husband. He thinks you are having an affair, while in reality, you sneak out to the university. Do you find that convincing?
How dare you? These are private matters and should not be discussed in public.
Then don't make snide public comments.
For it.
Yeah.
Stop, both of you. Please tell us who took the book from the display case.
Okay, well, let's get right to it.
The plot might not be too original, but it was certainly planned.
You might be missing the big picture.
Shall we start with Cecilia's role? Yeah.
It is Cecilia who is responsible for stealing the book.
It's impossible. She was with us all the time.
She persuaded Valdemar to use his father's lockpicks and take the book while she remained in your sight.
It's impossible. Valdemar?
It's true, Mr. President. Cecilia said it would be a joke.
Do you understand what kind of situation this puts me in? How this affects our reputation?
I'm sorry, but it was necessary. I had my reasons.
Make sure she wanted to impress you. Yeah, let's just ask why she did it.
What reasons?
Nobody treats thaumaturgy like a real science. I had to show its potential. Show what you're capable of.
That's enough. That is no excuse. I will talk to you in a minute. Leave us alone.
You know I was right.
I'm sorry you were used like that.
I've had a great time. If all the lectures are like this, I want to be a student.
I know what you mean. Cecilia's methods are disgraceful, but she does have a point. A lecture by a Thaumaturge would enrich our academy. Please, consider it an offer.
I will think about it.
Brother and sister lecturers. I dig it. Up. Okay, another thaumaturgy point, which means that Al gets that. Oh, everything's going up to 3 now. Alright, anyone else have anything to say? Whoops, as I walk into the corner. Nope. Hope y'all enjoyed the donuts and the show. And out we are. Cool. Well, I hope that the university goes well. So, if we go ahead and look at the journal, we are under the gun, ladies and gentlemen, with... Let's see... with 2. And that's find the viewpoint from the bazaar and the tailor's dilemma. So let's go ahead. Looks like we still have plenty of time to find out what Bob wants. So let's grab a taxi and head over to another new district. And hopefully we'll be able to find some new tailoring plans too. I didn't check to see how many slots were actually left. I think like 2 or 3. And to the bazaar. Because it's main quest, I guess we can... Oh. Hello, 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 Bob. Okay, Bob wants to talk to us, which we will. At Burke Rotzblitz's point of interest, locked, point of interest, locked. Now, we were able to give all that information to Bob before. Letter. Dear Yadwisia, you asked me how I find living with my auntie and uncle. Well, I enjoy a great many comforts here, and in this respect, it's a change for the better. Recently, however, I've observed what some of my uncle's strange habits are. You've probably heard of him. His name is Adam Baluki. He has one room next to his bedroom, and that he doesn't allow anyone to enter. He often carries large packages there. When I ask my aunt about this, she replies that he has a collection of insects that he takes great care of. However, I do not believe it. Would you want to collect insects and guard access to them with such fervor? Be sure to visit me because we need to solve this puzzle together. Your devoted friend, Anna. Secret library. That is Lovecraftian. the entire premise. Straight out of Lovecraft. Letter. Dear Mr. Julius, you have made me very uncomfortable at the last ball. Mr. Jadwiga not only comes from a barely respectable family, but she's not even pretty. I really don't understand why you're so fixated on her during all these fast dances while I stood on the sidelines and wasted my time in idle conversations with boring aunts. You would like to see me again. Agreed, but on one condition. As a token of your devotion and assurance of kindness, I will accept a gift. At Mr. Mikizweski's on Brukowa Street, you can purchase a gift that will put me in a better mood. Please, do not bother showing up without that gift. Ariana. Ooh, she's a keeper. Even Bob had to emote at that. Points of interest. Let's see what we got here. Praga Hospital. Quest expires soon. We will see what we can do. Synagogue. Yeah, it looks like all these sightseeing ones are... Ooh. All right, admire the view. That's a bazaar, all right. Looks more like a giant fish market. Alright, journal, Praga Hospital, the synagogue, secret library, 10 wagging tails. I'm almost getting the vibe here that like stuff's wrapping up and we wouldn't be able to go to certain areas. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but... Patriotic brochure, sent. Rare Book Lovers Club held at A. Baluki invites everyone to meetings at 39A Targoa Street every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Arise, wretched of the earth. You rang. Or, oh, you're talking to him. I'm sorry. My apologies. That's a crane. Port Praga. Well, we definitely have been to Port Praga before. We have seen the sights, to be sure. Okay. So, interesting things here. And more things to discover here at the bazaar. But I think this is a good place to go ahead and call it an episode, guys. When we get back, we'll explore this area, see if we can get some quests done. Then we're going to do some more sightseeing and try and get this done before it's a little too late. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.